Hello again, YouTube! This is Dr.Kendo, and I'm here again with Scribblenauts Unlimited, the Object Editor commentaries. I play on the Wii U, and that's the system that I recommend for everybody. If you can't get a Wii U, or can't get this game for some reason on Wii U, then play it on PC, because the 3DS does not have the Object Editor, which is what I love to use. You can see here that today's creation is already done. That's because normally my commentaries are done basically on a top comment or top request voting system, whereas the most popular request will be the one that gets created each week. As I said on the last episode previous to this, which was the Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics, I told everyone that we would be creating something from my list. The old way that I was doing the object requests of who got made was basically just a long-running list, and I had to, get people to stop requesting things so much because the list was piling and piling and piling up that ultimately it never even got done. So that's why we have Chai right here. This is Chai the Woodmage, the salamander from Magical Starsign, the video game. So you can see that a lot of the pieces right here are very interesting. You know, it's an interesting character. The head is a beetle's wing. I showed earlier there's a pattern library section where I did basically those little sashes. Those are all sash, and that's what makes his, I guess, skirt, or they look like little feathers of his kilt or skirt. Again, I don't know what to call it. It's down by his waist. And yes, we're right here in the 29-page library if you have it not expanded, and it's on page 26 that you can find that little yellow crest thing that's up on Chai's head. That's part of the designs. He actually has a ton of them up on his head, but since we're kind of looking at it from more of a horizontal way, sideways view, I just put on one, and also because I ran out of stamp space very easily on this character. The arms are just made up of generic arm shapes from the 29-page library with the sticky hand, which we also used for the Five Nights at Freddy's guys. The tail is not only the body of a pterodactyl, but also a piece of a wisp, which is also on the head. A different piece of the wisp is up on the head. Hair for the side of his head. We've got a sphere and whatnot with a circle that's larger there in the middle. And honestly, I wanted to put a whole lot more because Chai actually does have a lot more pieces to him. But again, I ran out of stamp space so fast. So we'll just go over this quickly. The background information and fun facts. Chai, which is both his English and Japanese name, is a shy salamander woodmage in the game Magical Starsign, as I said before. Not much is known about him except that he's apparently seen as a freak by his fellow salamanders because he uses magic, and apparently also because of the way he talks. But he is the only one of his kind, supposedly, who can use the magic. Because of his level 1 spell called Pepper Thorn, I actually am going to have him shooting a thorn as his normal weapon projectile, and at level 35, Chai can use a buffing spell called Parsley Wall. So I'm going to script our Chai and Scribblenauts to add the adjective mighty whenever he moves near parsley, although it'll probably have to be vegetables or cooking ingredients or one of these broad categories, you know. Scribblenauts doesn't let you just pick one object when you're doing the scripting, you know, for this particular part. I'm not saying for all scripting, it's just for like adjectives and things like that. You know, when they're going to respond to something or get an adjective from something, it uses general categories. So let's see, this actually is a character that I don't normally do this on. It has a neck, so that's just a capsule, the shape. You know, you can go into the geometry or shapes library and get a capsule for that. So there, it looks like the script worked. I just type in parsley and our Chai got mighty. So, you know, he grows a little bit bigger when he becomes mighty. See there, he just shrunk. Because I also have him scripted to remove the adjective after 180 frames. So kind of like a buff would work in RPG. I just want it to be there temporarily. I know this is a quick episode today, but we'll just show him fighting a evil bear. I just dropped the parsley down in Infinite Abyss. There we go. But again, I just had to get one of the requests done that was on the list, but also I'm very busy this week, so I just kind of needed to do something very fast and something that was that could be done quickly like this. So, hey, count it better than not doing an episode at all, right? So, at least I did something for this week that you guys could view and not be left hanging for a week. Although that might have to happen at some point if I'm ever going to finish the next episode of Scribble Ventures. I honestly have so much that I've got to work on right now, it's insane. So let me get back to it, you guys. I gotta go, seriously. And well, of course, I'll catch you on the next vid, and thanks for viewing. You can be the viewer and...
down the road of twists and turns, always anxious to see what's within. We can look ahead to the point of no return to the rest of our lives.